Hello and welcome to Tarot Q&A. You're with Fiona McLeod, tarot reader, and today we are going to be answering the questions that have been sent in as well as those who put them in the chat. So let's begin. Today we will start with two questions, then we will do the collective reading, which means this is for you, if you haven't asked a question, and if you're watching the replay, and everybody who happens to hear this message, this is for you. We don't know what it's about yet, but we are sure to find out real soon. So we're going to jump in. I'll just pull up my questions that have already been sent in. Although before I do, I want to give you the heads up that next week we will not be live. I will not be doing a tarot Q&A next week because it's my birthday and I'm going to be celebrating and having fun outside of the office. So that is not happening. And the week after, though, we have a special. I'm doing a special class on the second to last weekend of April, and it is called Tap Into the First Stage of Your... No, what is it called? It is, tapping into your soul's purpose, the first stage. It's really just an introduction to how to unwrap, to reveal more of your soulful path. This is a free event on Zoom, and you are more than welcome. All you need to do is click the email in the blurb of this video and send me a message saying, let me in to the journey of my soul's purpose, and I will be sure to keep you posted and send you a link to that event. It's free. Why would you not be there, right? Okay, let's begin with Mel's question. Will my son move to Tauranga, and if so, when that might happen? Okay, let's just get into Mel's energy. Safe and appropriate to read for this person. It is. And we can pull a card that depicts a yes or no answer. It is possible, actually. It is possible. When will that happen? I would say you'd be looking more like 3 years, though, or 3. I get a 3, or this is a funny one. I get a 3, or if his partner is pregnant. Okay, we'll just roll with that one, all right? That's a quickie for you today there, Mel. Naomi, let's whiz into Naomi's question. My dad and I have had a fallout. Will he step forward? And if so, when? Okay, we'll just tune in. Will he step forward? Will they step forward? Yes. And it feels like they will step forward around a point of celebration. What did I do with that card? I've just thrown the card back. Oh, goodness, I got the 4 of Wands, which is a time of celebration. So it could be at a wedding or a birthday or something like that. When? Well, I guess it just depends when the next event is coming up. And is there any more information on that? No, we pulled the same card again. How good is that, Naomi? So it looks positive. All right, now let's do the collective consciousness reading, which means that we are going to be answering the questions that you don't even know you want the answer to. All right, so what we'll do today, how should we work this? So pull 3, 1 card, 3 cards, 3 cards in a story. We're doing a 3-card story. And to those who are here, thank you for showing up. I would love it if you could put a purple heart into the chat box so I know who you are. That way I can see your name at least. So please do show up by even just put your favorite emoji in the chat box. Okay, let's just see the collective, what we need to hear right now. It's a past, present, future kind of story. So let's see the first card. The first card is the happiest card in the deck. It's the sun. It's the sun, guys. How good is that? All right, we're going to see what the cards are, and then we're going to unpack them into a story. And now we have the Ace of Wands, which is beautiful. Start of a new passionate something exciting. How are we going to pull all these together? Oh, my goodness. These are beautiful. How on earth are we going to see any growth in this when they're all so good? So what we have here is 3 of the most beautiful cards in the deck. So everybody that's watching, you are like lined up for some goodness, all right? So if we can, okay, here we go. I'm getting the story as I'm sitting here. So what is important to do is we need to track back into our past and remember a time that we felt our happiest. It could have been in your childhood, although that's not the case for everyone. I do encourage you, though, to aim for a childhood memory that was your most happiest. So this is part of the method in this process of the message today. So in your childhood, some people have loads of great memories and some people can't even remember a good thing. Some people can't even remember their childhood. I mean, that's the reality of the illusion we live in, right? We are really here in the present moment. So most of our life, we don't recall from a conscious level. It's quite foreign when we think about it like that, isn't it? Anyway, recall that moment. Recall the moment. This is an indication. This is an indication, my friends, an indication that whatever this memory is, it contains a clue into your greatest passion. All right. Now, I want you to look really close here because it's leading into the 9 of Cups. Now, this is also the wishes come true card. So when you find that passion that occurred in one of the happiest memories you have of your childhood, this is how you can make your wishes come true, your dreams come true. How wicked is that, right? I mean, that is so good, right? I'm going to show you that card even closer. Look at this. He is sitting pretty. He is happy as Larry, this guy. Happy as Larry, whoever Larry might be. And so we're encouraging you to allow yourself to sink into that deeper part of who you are. Now, this is very interesting. This message came up because of the fact that I'm running this free Zoom class about tapping into your soul's purpose. Now, of course, I help people to do that on a grander scale, but what I'm doing is offering people the step 1, how to launch into the path of your soul's purpose journey. It's all about knowing thyself at the end of the day. That's just a little sneak preview. We have to know ourselves first before we can actually find out what the heck we're supposed to be doing with our life. And most people, sadly, don't even know themselves. I know that sounds strange. Does it even sound judgmental? No, it's not judgmental. It's a fact. The problem is people are so stuck on outside of themselves, they haven't tapped into the inner truth of who they are. Anywho, that is the collective reading for everyone watching. So that is your homework for the next 2 or 3 weeks, because I won't be seeing you in Tarot Q&A until the last weekend in April. So I do ask you to message me and let me know you're going to tune up to that free class in Zoom, because it's going to be so much fun and you'll get to see each other as well. Well, if you want to, you can have your camera off, but I prefer you didn't because it's nice to connect properly. Let's talk to Leah. Going forward, shall I continue to buy my business product with colleagues or go it alone? There have been some issues with disagreements and amounts applied, and it's caused me to feel weary. Is it correct action for Leah to continue with this agreement that she has with these people? Yes, it is, but is the question. There needs to be like a shift in how this rolls. The friendliness needs to come back into the equation. In fact, what I'm actually feeling is you need to get very black and white about the rules. I would actually even suggest writing a contract and sending that to everybody who is part of this equation. You can still move forward together, but it needs to be on your terms and you can be the boss. You're going to take control of the situation and build it back into a friendship relationship rather than a disharmonious relationship that it is. So yes, we think it's favorable to continue forward, bring in the friendship, and you need to be really the boss, the black and white person, and lay down the laws by simply writing a very easy terms and agreement of how it's going to work for each, so that there's no qualms, and so be it. Do you know what's interesting though about this question is that there's a few questions that have come in today that do imply a bit of friction, a bit of difficulty, because Trudy's question says, I had a situation with my business partner and we have verbally resolved it, but I feel strangely traumatized by the events and I get anxiety every time I see a text or email pop up from him. What is this about and how can I let it go? I forgive him, but it got me deep and I can't shake it. All right. Okay. So let's just, how many of you have been in that situation where consciously you have forgiven someone and you're okay with it, but physically your body has not forgiven, that is a true sign that your subconscious has a story that is triggering an old memory that has really disturbed you in the past. And that could have even been a parallel life, otherwise known as a past life. And that is actually really deep karma that needs to be dealt with if it is actually from that far along in your timeline. So let's see. Is this actually resolvable? Is the question I wanted to ask. Yeah, I can feel that you've got a sense of betrayal in the air. Oh, this would imply it's not resolvable, but I just think it was actually not a yes. It was more of a message of how you're feeling. But I'll just double check that, guys, because I think that this is deeper than we may be realizing, hence me talking about the parallel or past lives. Okay, is this going to come right? Is this going to come right? Is this going to come right? Okay, you need to see things from a new perspective. Gosh, it's certainly not an easy answer, is it? We've got the Hanged Man, which means that this is an opportunity for you to look at it from a new perspective in order for you to be more enlightened. So how can you really grow from this place? How can you grow from the circumstance? It would imply that you needed to let go of something, because to be enlightened, we just have less baggage. We have a more open heart. We have more loving eyes. We have a more open perspective on things. So I will just actually, what was the other part of that question? What is this about? What is this about? Trudy. Okay, Trudy. We can see the situation. What is it about? Is this the card? Oh dear. Okay, we have the Six of Wands, and this is where you are being celebrated, like you are in the victory seat. You are amazing and people recognize you. I feel that there is, I'll just double check. Yeah, some level of jealousy. I was going to say, is that too? No, yeah, some level of jealousy. Why are they jealous? I mean, why are they jealous? I've got the Justice card, which is all about things being fair and reasonable, some sort of legal agreement. Do you have legal things written up within your business arrangement? What is the lesson? The lesson, well, we've got some understanding of it, but it's okay for you to be at the top of your game and be in that royal position. It will, when people are stars, like superstars, like famous musicians, for example, it does change the dynamics of your social group, because you want to be you naturally are surrounded by people who are, revving you up, who are inspired by what you offer the world. And we need to be around people that are our tribe, that are on the same page as us. It's very important that in a business partnership that there is some level of equal ground where you can at least have different roles, but you meet as one. Like it's like you need to be yin and yang to make this really work, so that you can both be seen as this collaborative amazingness. It seems that, yeah, it's just a bit lopsided. And I know I'm going on about this, but what is the resolve? Just stay in that queen energy. Stay in the, well, obviously be kind to each other, but at the end of the day, there's nothing that you can do other than just keep being your personal best. Sorry, I know that's not probably overly helpful. Now, hello, Swami. Good to see you. You want clarity on a relationship? Sure thing. We will do that right now. Okay, let's tune into Swami's energy. Clarity on a relationship. Good morning to you. Where are you from? Because we're actually in the afternoon here in New Zealand. Whew. Oh dear. Look, there may be a little bit of heartache coming up at this point. South India, great to have you here. Amazing, actually. We love that. It's so cool. So the relationship at the moment may have some grief and disappointment associated. It doesn't mean that... yeah, like, funnily enough, this does have some soulmate energy attached to it. Yet, the grief and disappointment can be, as I've said before, can be stronger in soulmate relationships, because soulmate relationships have so much more karma than just casual relationships. So that means that there's more learning to do, and we only grow when we go through challenges, right? They say past connection is there, that's for sure. Yeah, absolutely. So that's going, just think of it like this. If it's a soulmate relationship and there's going to be hurts and pains along the way, you can dive into those hurts and pains with a great attitude, knowing that you're here to resolve soulful karma from a deeper at a deeper level. All right. Thank you for your question. It's great to have you here, Swami. If you want to be alerted about these messages, please send me an email to the email in the blurb below. All right, guys, I'm going to get back to my questions that have been sent in. We have Melanie. I'm exhausted. I've hit the wall with my business and I feel like giving up. Not on life, but on the struggle. Where to from here? All right. This card flipped over. It's the strength card, but I'm just going to, well, we'll see what happens here. Okay, guys, we'll see what happens. Well, I'll just choose. Okay. Yes, the reason is obvious. You probably already know. You are burdened by too many responsibilities and it's very stressful. It's weighing you down and it's making you just so stressed. But at the end of the day, it's the number 10 of wands. You must put down the struggle. This is wrapping up the old. Like, you need to release some of these responsibilities. Simplify to amplify your business. This would mean cut out some of the things you are doing. And the strength card, nope, that's not relevant, although it feels like it probably could be relevant, because it's always important to be kind to yourself and, do some self-care. If you're actually overworked, chances are you're not actually looking after yourself as much as you could as well. I must say, this is quite ironic, me reading this for you guys today, because I could probably listen to this advice myself. Anywho, we're going to just see what else this means for Melanie number 2. Melanie number 2, I've called her in this. Well, it's because we had Mel before. Where to from here? Where to from here is the big question. Is this the card for Melanie number 2? Is this the card? No. Where's the card then? Show us the card. Show us the card. Let's see. Is that the card? Is that the card? The Lovers. This is actually multifaceted for you, Melanie. What we have here is a recommendation. This is not always meaning love life, okay? But there is an element here that we are suggesting that you do start opening to a love life, because this feels like would offer some support during the struggle. Is there more? No. Oh, I thought we were going to get some other information there. Well, is that relevant to you? Let us know in the chat. Is that relevant to you, that if you would... Oh, and now with the card that's flipped over next is we're back to the 6 of Wands, which is the victory card that Trudy had. So this means that it's time for you to be celebrated. It's time for you to be recognized. And whatever needs to be done to do that is the answer to your question. So if you are so stuck in the business, you're not able to shine. You're like you're doing the pauper's jobs, but you're think of an old-fashioned scenario of the king of the castle. You're the king of the castle or the queen of the castle. And not that I'm into hierarchies in this lifetime, but for sake of metaphor, you are doing all the work of the, do I say peasants? Is that even what's the word, morally correct these days, but this is old life imagery, okay? So you've got it a bit mixed up. You're kind of this queen, but you're behaving like the pauper. So how can you shift that energy so that you are at the top of your game and respected and seen? Because this will lift you up. This would lift your energy, your spirits, and you won't feel so exhausted. So where to from here? Change, drop some pieces out of your work and step into your royalty. Boom. There you go. How beautiful is that, right? All right. Oh, Swami, we're from New Zealand, in answer to your question. Thank you for being here. All right. Now, guys, I thought today was going to be a real quick session, and it is, okay? It is. So we invite you to put in a question very quickly because I'm going to sign off today early. And I'd love you to not miss out. So, you know, let's get ahead of the game. And I will wait for a little bit longer, but we only had a few questions sent in today. So while I'm waiting, I'll remind you, please do send me an email to the address in the blurb of this video if you would like to attend the free workshop, which is obviously normally valued at a lot more than free, in order to help you to step forward into your life soul's purpose. Okay? Well, without further ado, we are going to say goodbye, everybody, and we will see you here for Tarot Q&A in the last weekend of April. Last Wednesday of April, New Zealand time. If you would like a message to remind you, then please do email me and let me know you'd love to be on our special VIP list. Look forward to hearing from you. Bye for now.